Hi guys, and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about approach play. And I quite often get asked about approach play from players, and when I do playing lessons I quite often see this done incorrectly. So this is going to share with you a really good tip to help your approach play and start converting these kind of 180 to 120 yard shots into birdies hopefully much more often than saving pars if you're there out of position. So we have that exactly. We have a shot here which is about 90 yards, and I'm going to show you how I will play this without hitting what I would say is a full shot, which is ideally what I want to see people do. I see far too often people, especially young golfers, hit too full of shots from this area. I want to see you caress the ball far more into this scenario. I want to see you hit the ball in there with much more kind of feel and guile than it would be just a full out shot. So we're going to change your pre-swing to allow you to be able to hit this shot shorter in distance and guide it into the flag a bit more. Now, guide is sometimes a word I don't like to use. I like to see commitment. So we're still going to hit this firmly, but we're going to reduce the length the club goes by changing our setup and changing our release pattern a little bit. So we're still going to hit it with some positivity, but it's definitely going to be more like a kind of pitch shot into the flag rather than a full shot into the flag. So exactly that, we're going to set up to this ball more like a pitch. So we're going to set up to the ball with a narrow stance. So again, normally I'd be shoulder width apart for this club. This is a pitching wedge. This is a 100-odd yard shot. This would normally go about 125 yards for me. So I'm taking about 25 yards off this club by how I'm going to stand and approach the shot. So I'm going to go from a wide stance to what I would see is a fairly narrow stance. You'll see here, this is about 3 club head widths apart. This is not quite as narrow as a pitch shot, but it's almost as narrow as a pitch shot as I'd want. I might bring the left foot back just about ½ an inch withdrawn, just again to restrict my backswing a wee bit and allow me to get through that golf ball with a bit more ease and create room for my fall through a little bit. I'm going to have the ball in the center as I would do normally. Now when I go to swing it, I'm obviously going to try and feel my swing length is slightly shorter. For this shot here, I'm going to try and feel my arm, my lead arm, gets to about shoulder height maximum. And as I go through shoulder height maximum, I'm going to try and keep my feet quiet, again to reduce the power. I'm going to try and feel my upper body is more dominant. And as I go through the ball, I'm going to try and feel that my club face points back towards my face a little bit more. So it's kind of like underarm throw action I talk about sometimes my pitch shots. This is going to increase a little bit more dynamic loft. This is going to mean the ball goes a little bit higher and softer. It's going to mean I reduce the distance on the ball, ideally. So again, ball center, narrow stance, a little bit of weight favoring the lead foot, about 60%. Again, this is going to slightly restrict my backswing. It's also going to help me get that right contact I want on the golf ball every time as well, to get that ball on turf contact. Not looking to take a huge divot here. It might be a bruising of the turf or a slight nip. It's not going to be a lot of contact on the ground. It's much more going to be about trying to, again, use that trail edge a little bit more, just like I would do in a pitch shot. Trying to feel this finish is a bit more kind of held off here. The lead arm is a little bit kind of higher. And definitely feel that club face is definitely going to feel like it's kind of staying down that target line, maybe a fraction longer than normal. All these things in turn are going to reduce the distance this ball will go and give me that kind of hold off feel of the shot into the ball, into the target. Let's go ahead and try a shot. So got the distance about right, missed the flag by a few feet to the right, but I got the distance about right. And again, nipped it off nicely, didn't take a lot of turf there. It was a tiny bit thin if I'm honest. Wouldn't mind a little bit more ground interaction, but it was the right kind of style shot. So again, I'm looking for that quiet feet, upper body more dominant, taking length off the shot and feathering that ball into the flag. That would be the way to play the shot ideally. Have a go at the shot, let me know down below how you get on. Chat, tell me what you think, tell me any questions you have, and also talk to me about any videos you want me to do in the future. Also, please subscribe if you haven't. I've got regular content every week on a variety of subjects. And also, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate if you can do that. Thanks for watching, and see you again here soon.